that we just record. Not really.
Some.
Sooner we get going, the sooner we get on. Okay. Welcome, everybody. Nice snowy day. Or evening. First order of business is to approve the minutes.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, let's move on to department head reports. And I promised Lee that she could go first. Her son's dressing for hockey tonight, and
Oh, yeah. Let's go.
So- we'll go with that first. So Lee, what do you got? Anything to add or update us on? Does anybody have any questions for Lee? There are a couple other little spots in the agenda that we'll be dealing with some things that she dug up, but she may be gone by the time that happens. Okay. Nothing for Lee?
Well, yeah, actually. Wanted to make sure that you could have a chance to see what this. This is that. Ready? Yeah, thanks. Okay. I'll
Okay,
make an appearance later. Appearance props.
code. Where's Tim?
Hi.
There he is.
Yeah, right here.
Hey,
How you doing? I have nothing to add. Anybody have any questions on my report?
no, okay. Thank you. Looks like Casey's up next.
The only thing I have to add is I just want to announce a Winterfest event that I'm gonna have at the historian's office on Saturday, February 14th, from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. Just encouraging people to come in and share their favorite memories about winter in Canton, and I'll record them. And yeah, and since it's Valentine's Day, couples to come in and tell me if winter played a significant role in their relationship.
Oh.
Well, it's how many months of the year? I mean, it's bound to. have
It's
some-
bound to impact
you know,
some way.
It needs to intersect somehow.
Casey, there is another thing that is on the agenda under communications, and
Okay.
I want you to be part of that conversation. Anything else for Casey?
Reading your report reminded me that it's the 100th anniversary of the Gunnison Chapel.
Okay.
So you can probably expect some more information coming out about that. Yeah, I might be on a committee.
Another committee.
Yeah. Well, just because you've said that, the Camp Fire Department had a big, it has a big part of its history when
Oh, yeah.
the chapel caught on fire. So has been involved.
Mhm.
Okay. Could be.
Thank you.
Chief,
What I will add is, Christopher Page, our new hire, graduated the academy last month. He's now on field training, so if you see him out and about, say hello. You should do the same. And I just highlight to make sure you guys look through the, life-saving awards that we did last month.
That was great.
Very
Yeah,
proud of
the
those-
whole, the
those
detail
officers.
Yeah,
Um,
and the cooperation is,
Recently, they did help with a childbirth too, for the
Yep.
officers, so.
there's some
they're
on the job
busy.
training.
that was a lot of
A lot of different things.
moving things, a lot of moving parts going on there.
Something for the childbirth thing.
See,
Okay.
one of them ended up driving the ambulance for a little while too. so.
I heard that and it's like, uh-oh. What's going on?
Kudos to them for
Yes.
being multidimensional
That's right.
and willing to do what it needs to be done.
Yeah, they will
Yes.
be recognized properly for their efforts.
Other than that, nothing.
Baby was delivered by the time they got to Walmart.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Mhm. And everybody's doing okay? You haven't
Bless
heard.
them.
I don't know much more than that.
Okay, right, that, yeah.
No.
Any questions?
No, but thank you and thank them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you.
love to hear it.
Okay, golf report you received. I would assume that the golf committee is gonna be moving forward with some things here.
Well, we need to digest all that information.
That works for me.
That's comprehensive, but it's good to know, you know,
Yeah,
it's a
good.
good analysis. There's a lot of good analysis in it. We'll have a little report. I can be reports.
Okay. The assessor, she is not here tonight. She is going to be here next week for a joint meeting.
Okay,
Specifically asked to come for that so she can address both,
Mhm.
both boards.
Mhm.
Things are moving along with, reassessment, so.
mhm,
But she will be able to, probably, update us on that and where things are going. So,
if I may, just for the record, I wanted to acknowledge and thank her and Lorraine for doing the extra work of figuring
Staying
out
creative.
how to help the homeowners who don't have the computer access to be able to print out the star forms that they need in order to, now there's this new process and it's, you don't have a computer, it's.
It didn't seem to be well thought out by the state.
the.
Or is that redundant?
I did do a presentation at the fire station about, the tax credit that's available, for fire department.
Great,
Volunteers and that, and they were very helpful in putting that together.
Letters.
I did
awesome.
a PowerPoint presentation and showed everybody how to calculate what's in their best interest. So
Great. Yep.
they were helpful
Kudos
with
to The
that.
assessor's office.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Village superintendent,
Yeah,
Tim.
I don't think I have anything really extra there. We are, holding into the end of our salt allocation, so that's always exciting.
Oh, wonderful.
Made a few phone calls about that today.
Well, kind of hard to predict sometimes.
Yeah, I mean,
You're early.
you would think it looking outside, but it's just been these storms that just go on for 12 hours of dusting, and
Right.
Mhm.
it requires us to keep our obligations with like the state and stuff. So,
Okay.
And also,
a lot of material.
out earlier.
Yeah, we
Winter
started
came earlier.
early.
Yeah.
Still going. Helped people over today to deal with it.
Mm-hmm. Saw them out there.
And they might be back again tonight by the looks. A
Yeah.
little bit later.
We appreciate them.
Anything more for Tim?
I got a historical note to add. It's like a phone call that I got. Somebody's looking for Lyle Newbon to an assault order.
Hmm,
No, it was Charlie Carmel.
Charlie,
They were looking for Charlie Carmel. That's right.
yes,
Sorry. The other-
Well, Lyle's a blast from the past too, so.
yeah.
So I was like, Charlie Carmel. He's been.
On the corner for
He finally got me. My cell number's right on there and my name.
Yeah, I gave him the information. I just thought
Okay.
it was interesting.
The, hey,
Hi.
you all set? Anybody have anything else for Tim? Okay, Rec, Megan's not here, probably because there's a game
She
tonight.
said there's two games. Two.
I don't know.
No, that's what she texted me that she would be here.
Time.
Okay,
Got, went over there today to work on the lighting. The outdoor rink, and I guess there's lights on the outside of the building pavilion that are not functioning properly.
okay.
So,
Did he get anything fixed or?
not today, he thinks the bulbs are out. You know,
The
everywhere, area lift and whatnot.
Okay. Clerk's report.
I have nothing to add.
Been busy.
Yes.
I've noticed.
Kudos to you for getting out the W-2s before the end of the month.
Yeah.
I'm sure the people appreciate that.
Yes. You know, they all said thank you and everything. But we did it, yeah.
Well, but that, you know,
Okay. Treasurer.
Nothing. Do you have any questions?
Mhm. Got stuff
And
on
you
the
got your
agenda.
next one
Yeah.
down. Good for
Yeah,
you.
you-
Did I miss anybody? I don't think so.
That's awesome.
Keep them busy.
Okay, I
Yeah.
need a motion to accept department head reports.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, committee reports. Who would like to start?
I'll start because I'm so, I have short reports. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
Um, golf, we did receive just last week quite an extensive analysis from Kevin with some links that I couldn't get to work, but got another way, but with some interesting data from New York State about golf, and I think we need to take it into consideration his opinion on how we can improve things. So, to be continued.
Okay,
And sustainability, the big news, it's sustainability is that we now have a Canton Central student is joining us, our board, or our committee. She is, if you recall, a few years ago, she presented to us. She was in the 5th grade.
Oh.
She's now an 8th grader, but she'll be in high school next year. And she is she was a recommendation from Megan Smith, had been a green team kid, and just really felt she's quite passionate, and we're thrilled. And also because she's in 8th grade, we can have her for a few years and not just have a lot of turnover. It's been hard to connect with somebody in the high school, to get a person who's been trying this for a couple of months or more than that. So it's really encouraging. She's excited to join us, and we're excited to have her.
That's
Yeah.
good. Yeah, that's
An
good.
8th grader might have just enough, a little bit more time to get invested. Yeah,
Yeah, so
that's awesome.
yeah,
I
I
love
think
it.
it's great, and so that's mostly what I would say from sustainability.
next.
I think economic development, you have Lee's report. The thing I wanted to add there was there was a North Country Now article that said that that reported on the RFP for the Village Green, and they reported it incorrectly as a construction, that we were looking for construction. This, as you might imagine, and is reasonable, led to some inquiries from the public, because we are nowhere near construction, nor have we landed on any kind of design that has been vetted by the public. And in fact, that is what the RFP is for. The RFP is for a landscape architect to help us, a consultant, to help us with the design. That design will be developed and vetted by the church, vetted by the public. It will go through all of the process that all, the public New York Forward projects go through. And only when appropriate will we put it out on RFP for construction. So super unfortunate that, questions don't get asked of, us or department heads that are doing this work, and leads to a lot of confusion with the public. And I'll just use that and segue right on into infrastructure, because similarly, the good news is that we got a $50,000 grant. Climate Smart Communities through a DEC grant. We'll talk about that in a second. The media reported that grant, but then attached a picture from the Willow Island planning way back. Not even I don't think it was even the final design that was settled on. Again, misleading, not at all related to this grant, other than it being in the village. So, I mean, we're laughing, but it's not funny because the public is confused. These are projects that, we spend a lot of time on, that our Lee and others in our community members of community advisory boards, right? Folks spend a lot of time doing this work. And so it's really frustrating that,
And there's
Uh,
no correction.
and there's no corrections, and
That's-
we're
there's no
not asked
corrections.
questions. You're not asked questions for clarification, to make sure information is correct. It's really quite frustrating. So wanted to correct all that. Now, the good news, $50,000 for stormwater. So this is a climate smart communities grant. It is designed to, help us look at, our stormwater infrastructure village-wide. And I guess where we lack it too. And, to identify, gray and green, solutions. So, A, we're pretty excited at the idea of identifying solutions at all. And
Right.
B, having this feasibility study, will allow us to, target grants, hopefully much more successfully. So good news in that, on that, front. Then, we also, at our last board meeting, the infrastructure committee reported that we were not going to pursue the TAP grant this year, after some careful consideration. Well, after that meeting, we had some more conversation, because Kara was willing to dive in and Lee was willing to help us out again. We decided to go forward. Don't want to leave any potential money on the table. So, what is it called that we did? Pre-review. Yes, pre-review. So hopefully we get to the review stage.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks for doing that.
That's infrastructure. Communications and technology meets next week. And then also,
That will be a subject on the joint agenda.
okay,
Right. They're meeting with us.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yep.
that's the, I just add that.
okay, great. I actually just received a note, so this is broadband committee, which, I received a note from Toby Irvin, who, so broadband committee, when we formed that, was myself, John Tile from the town, and Toby Irvin. And, he was just reporting back from the monthly county, broadband meeting, committee meeting, to let me know that, the Slick had gotten an ARPA award through the county to build out into the town, into some areas previously underserved. The exciting news, or unserved actually entirely. And the good news is that it looks like that is going to be done in early spring. And another piece of information is it seems like they are still interested on building further into the village, and that is on their soon radar. So that would be great because we would have more choices.
Little competition.
Yeah,
Wouldn't that
it would be
nice,
great
right?
for us. That's it for me.
Lovely.
Oh, okay.
I think rec will be meeting soon again because we'll have
Right.
new membership.
Right, and the budget stuff.
And
Start working.
so the budget.
Yes, we need to get started on that.
Okay.
And
Anybody else?
streets, well, I'll show it again. These signs have been ordered from the county sign shop.
Okay.
So they're on their way, thanks to the funding from Canton Community Fund, for the Canton Trail. And we discussed some of the challenges and possible benefits of having kind of a walkway pop-up, at least, on Prentice Lane behind the Main Street businesses. And we're working on ways to, the committee is working on ways to, present that idea to business owners and to seek some preliminary feedback before any decisions even about whether or not to do a pop-up, are made. That's complete
I'm
streets.
sure you'll have a few opinions.
I sure hope so.
You know, good to know.
That's why I asked, right? Yeah, and I'll just add one quick thing to Lee's report about the Waterfront Advisory Committee, kind of a cool toy sandbox, I guess, for us is we're sort of beta testing the Barton and LaJudas interactive boundaries map or interactive map for the LWRP area. So right now it's enabled to, you can drop a pin and make a comment. But that is pretty much right now just the waterfront advisory committee that's playing around with that. That's fun. So that will eventually be part of the website and the other public information and public kind of public information gathering strategies that they have in mind.
Very cool.
So like you're creating the boundary with that tool, like
We're
you're deciding where you think it should be, or?
Getting some feedback on where it is and what should perhaps be involved in that. And other
Cool.
comments that might be relevant to the boundary or within the boundary area.
Identifying assets and things like that. Like a map.
Beats the sticky note method.
Yeah, it's a map.
Yeah.
That's why we tell students to do GIS.
Okay, anybody else? Well set? Moving on, communications and information, there's a couple of more items that I added on here, after this was sent out. The first one was, offer a conversation I had about the Rotary Club and, some interest that they have in looking at a project, and kind of goes hand in hand with, the cemetery up on Minor Street. And, Scott approached me about it, that there may be some interest there from their organization.
Yeah, a few months ago, I think there was some discussion where a Clarkson student had proposed volunteering and making improvements there, and it certainly sounded like there's a lot of additional work that needed to be done, but certainly the village was thinking about all that. I shared that with the club, and they're always looking for things to do, and we do have some money that's coming available to us.
Okay.
I can't say anything with regards to specifics, but I just wanted to kind of reach out to the mayor, just saying, hey, we'd like to partner or do what we could to help. So it's a question of, maybe who to start talking, who should be working together.
And I know Casey had brought that up, in one of his past reports. And I thought that, it'd be a good time just to chat about it for a minute.
Yeah, I mean, if we had. County historian has offered to do a class on gravestone cleaning, way to do it safely without damaging the old headstones.
Right.
It requires some special material, so she could do the class, and then we could have material to get more people involved with cleaning them, so that would defer that cost.
And I know we've talked a little bit about the fence and the terrible shape it's in, and Tim has some tree work, I think, that may happen along in there. I don't know if that goes along with some of the tree removals that are planned. So.
Someone spoke to me after the last time we discussed this, and they said that cemeteries that do not have a cemetery association have to have a fence around it. I haven't verified that on my own, but I can look into that more if you want me to.
Sure.
Yeah, I would appreciate that, if you can, that seems to be something up your alley. Well, the historical piece, and, we might be able to find some volunteers to work on it too. And, if there's support from the Rotary Club and.
Would this be a project? Should they fill out a community project?
Yeah, we just started.
Just starting, but let's not forget that.
No.
Because other people have been held to that.
Right.
Step, and I think it just keeps it all organized.
Right.
Well, yeah, especially if it goes in a direction like that.
And I know that it was something that we had talked about early on. St. Lawrence has.
Yeah, students involved.
200 kids out in a day. And we weren't ready for that, but,
some advanced planning.
I'm sure we can get students involved too. Especially if it's painting up. I know we need to reconstruct that. Fence. It just needs to come down and be reconstructed.
Oh, yeah.
But we get some talented kids.
So if there's interest on the board, we'll start to.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
That's great.
absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, I received a letter, I don't know if I got opened it this morning or not. It's about the dispensary across the street. They're starting to go through their relicensing, next gen endeavors. I just want to let you know about it. I think they've been a good partner here in our village. Certainly produced some tax revenue that our treasurer has highlighted in her report. So been helpful in that regard, and he's running a really nice operation. So
Yeah, it looks beautiful. Great,
Um,
tell you.
I have the opportunity to comment. If you want me to comment in a negative way, I can do that, or I can comment in a positive way, or I can not say a word. You have nothing negative to say.
Absolutely nothing negative.
Nothing new.
That's good then.
It is good. Yeah.
Okay.
Did everything the right
I
way.
appreciate the
Has-
dedication to that.
I haven't heard any complaints or anything,
No.
actually.
Supervisors asked me about the money that comes to him. It's like, whoa.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
And we don't have one in the town.
No.
Well, you don't, but it's okay. Tom, put you under communications and information. You wanna, any updates from the chamber?
Well, I'm pretty much all Winterfest right now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We have participation from Northern Lights. It's got a raffle prize in our button drawing. The button has been designed, probably delivered on Monday,
Oh, okay.
hopefully.
And kudos to Tessa.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, she's a senior at Canton. Who designed it?
Yep. Yeah, and so other than that, I've got the Canton Business newsletter will come out. Hopefully, well, I'll finish it by the end of this week and be out next week.
Okay.
Great.
I'm collecting material tonight.
Sounds good. Okay, old business. Report on the sewer project by Barton Judas, and he distributed a brief report. Good time for questions.
No,
I already quizzed them.
Oh.
Well, pre-meeting quiz.
Oh.
Update?
So, just want to jump back here, back in 2023, we wrote a report addressing the needs of your guys' wastewater treatment plant, highlighted some deficiencies within your system and some wish list stuff, working with Tim and Marge. So what we identified and kind of the scope of the project, replacing all 4 of your HDPE liners at your lagoons, replacing your effluent outfall pipe goes across the golf course all the way down to the river. And then a little bit of work down at the Riverside pump station as well, adding some pre-treatment, some screen and grit removal. So that's kind of the gist of the scope. The village bonded for $13.5 million to cover the total project cost. Believe that year in 23 received a Water Infrastructure Improvement Act grant for $3.375 million. We've applied to another grant program, WQIP. We actually just got that letter today. I don't know if you saw it, but did not receive the WQIP grant. So as it stands on project funding, the WIA grant, the $3.375 million, and then the remainder is covered under a short-term loan through the state revolving fund. And the village closed on that financing in April of last year, I believe. So just getting up to speed, we, over the past year and a half, worked on design, submitted plans and specifications to the DEC and EFC, state agencies that require approval for these kind of projects. Had some back and forth with some comment rounds with them, and then January 13th, we finally received final approval. So that puts the project at the stage now where we can send it out the bid. So just a little bit about that. Mike, as we were talking, we just have a few things to clean up from our subs, updating like the dates on all the drawings and stuff like that. We expect to have that package ready by this Friday. And kind of looking out, we'll be sending over an advertisement for bid that Megan needs to sign, and then it goes to the newspaper. And then we'll need the affidavit of publication from that to send to EFC. Thinking 5 weeks out, it's February 20th. We can stick with that. It doesn't really matter. The bid opening doesn't require any board action. Don't have to be here. We'll be here. All we do is simply open the bids and read them. There's no decisions made or anything like that on that day. Moving forward after bid, we open them, we review them. We reach out to the contractors, to the low bidders, make sure that they're good with their bid, make sure they didn't miss anything, that sort of stuff. And then we will provide the board with our recommendation for award. After that, and then I think your March board meeting is the 18th. We would look for that, for a resolution to award. We have 3 different contracts with this job. We have a general construction, electrical, and mechanical. So all goes well with the bid opening. It's within budget. The 3/18 meeting, we would look to award, send out notice of award. Call the posted packet, which has the notice of award agreement. We send that to the contractors. That kind of kicks them off. They have some contractual stuff to do, send bonds and insurances, get their MWBE utilization plans approved, that sort of stuff. It generally takes, depends on the contractor, I'd say a month, for them to get all that stuff up to speed. Then we sign the agreement. After that, we schedule a pre-construction meeting, meet with the contractors, Mark, Tim, whoever, just kind of go through the project, some really minor stuff. And then after that, we issue notice to proceed, and that is what officially kicks off the construction phase of the project. So kind of timeline moving forward. Open bids in February, they're not breaking ground, the next week. It's a couple month process to kind of get through all that upfront stuff. So would anticipate them mobilizing maybe May or June.
You said 3 separate contracts?
Yep.
Okay.
Will you go the dates that you are hoping to have board action? I couldn't keep up after the.
Sure.
You said February 20th is when the bids will be opened.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And then after that,
we would probably aim for the March 18th board meeting.
Okay,
We would provide.
All right, thank
a
you.
Sample resolution to award the 3 contracts, and then with the resolution at your March board meeting. And as far as board action, that's
it.
all that's required.
Questions for, any more questions?
Oh, the progress, good.
Good deal.
Yeah,
Okay,
Thank you.
thanks.
much appreciated.
Safe trip
Yeah,
back.
drive safe.
Okay, next item, Midtown Plaza. We did get something, from Rob Holtzman, late this afternoon, I think it was. Well, mid-afternoon, whatever it was. The design is approaching final stages of construction for the construction documents. They're waiting for some comments from SHPO. Apparently, because of its proximity to the historic district, they have some questions about the building exterior. So they would like that addressed. They want it to better align with the downtown core. And as they said here, while still allowing the building to read as an innovation center. They're hoping they'll have their feedback later this week or early next week. Their communications with SUNY Canton continue to progress. The NEPA documentation is nearly complete. However, SHPO sign off is required to finalize it, and then it's going to require my signature. Um. We're moving forward. Sure be nice once we get that done, we can make some, some plans for demolition.
Mhm.
That would be key for our community, I think.
We have a party.
Yeah. There's several things that are involved in how this is all gonna proceed, and, Lee has even had some conversation with, community boss, and how that could be, here. We've talked a little bit about the trailways and getting them off the street, to help out. So, I don't know, I think Tim was asking some questions, and I don't know if he had any luck yet, but at any rate, that's what I have for an update on the Midtown.
Beautiful.
That about cover it, Lee?
Good progress.
Now, secondary water source. We thought we were very close, but then we got an email that there were a couple more questions. I suspect that the right hand isn't talking to the left hand.
Are you sure?
Well, DEC, we had some, I think Tim had some contact with DEC, as a result of that email.
Yeah, just this week.
And
So I think we're going in the right direction now. She followed up with the permitting agency where she had sent her comments to a month ago.
Yeah.
And hadn't heard back. So, and that person was out this week. So she most likely won't hear back till next week, but she at least enlightened me on what those comments were. So whether or not they were just gonna let the comments go and issue it anyways, we were able to just resolve some of the stuff. So we're trying to do is pretty minor stuff, but we're trying to take care of that. And there's still gonna be some questions on decommissioning the old plant. So
yeah.
I'm kind of letting them lead what they would like to see. I want them to say first what we'd like to see.
Yeah.
And then we can respond how we can handle it.
Right.
So
Makes
that's
sense.
kind of how we're approaching it right now.
Old plant by the pavilion.
Yeah.
There's the intake line that goes out in the river.
And they're concerned about that.
Yeah, so how are we gonna disconnect, basically? Or dig it out? Well, they don't want us really disturbing. We would have engineering, permitting, and expense involved in digging it out of the river. So if they come up with the best result into maybe just leaving it there because it's been buried for so long.
Yep.
And they prefer that, I'm happy with that too. Cut it, cap it.
Yeah.
The end. I like the end.
Not that it could really start anyways.
Right.
If we try, that's part
Well,
of the
don't
reason.
go down that road. That
Wait.
would be some kind
So,
Well,
they're answering the questions that came out, right?
And I brought up the reasoning behind our anxiousness about this, that we can't use it at all. We keep running it and dumping water because we don't want it sitting stagnant.
Right. Grant
And then
closeout.
we've got grant closed out at $50,000 that's we're
Yeah.
sitting on.
Right.
So
Right.
he didn't realize some of that.
Well, there we go.
So I just
little enlightenment.
Well, thank you
tried
for,
to fight and hopefully we can finish this up the next realistically month, maybe.
so we'll have a really good meeting on 220.
That'd be awesome.
Okay, good. Thanks for doing that follow-up.
Yes.
So that's where we're at with that.
I was drafting angry.
Something.
No, it went well.
Okay, new business. First item is authorized payment of vouchers and transfer of funds.
So
Second.
We have, I'll just make a quick comment. We've made some changes in how we're handling payments and transfer of funds. Our accountant has worked with our treasurer on things that they want to see happen. So we are taking their advice to heart.
The auditors have.
The auditor's advice.
Face it.
Okay, all in favor?
I appreciate that.
Aye.
Any opposed? So you'll see that in the report, going forward.
Great.
and adjustments that she needs to make within the budget.
Yeah.
Even within departments
Mm-hmm,
in, with lines,
right.
so.
Good,
Next item is the joint village town board meetings. I think we're at the point where we can agree on these now. Our first one coming up is the 28th,
And it's still at 6?
still at 6, as far as I know. Jim was going to take the lead on it. And he was going to circulate an email, making sure, see if there was anything that anybody wanted to talk about.
Mhm.
For the agenda, I will tell you that, the assessor will be there.
Yeah.
Specifically
Sure.
for a good update on where we are, because stuff's gonna start happening here by the end of, February.
Mhm.
The March 1st is when the notices have to be out.
Right.
So you'll have them by the end of February.
So maybe this month.
Feeling right now is relatively positive,
Cautiously optimistic.
cautiously optimistic.
Always a dangerous place to be.
So those are the dates, the 28th, the 22nd of April, July 29th, and October 28th. And I know somebody had a problem with one of those dates.
Me.
Yeah, but kind of had to stick with what we were at. But,
No, I think I'm right. I'm all right.
okay.
It's just the April break with the school. It's not that late. So I'm good.
Okay. The next item is a seeker for 15 Governor Street. This is for construction. So I circulated part 1.
Mm-hmm.
It's very similar to what you received for the demolition. But this is for the construction of the 2-story office building with a basement. It includes a small event space, and the proposed footprint of the new building is anticipated to be 2,400 square feet with a total ground area of 7,200 square feet. What I sent to you was not signed, but I do have the signed copy. So like we did in the past, we need to go down through part 2, the short form. So I'll read each question and expect a response from you. Will the proposed action create a material conflict with an adopted land use plan or zoning regulations? You have a choice of no or small impact or moderate to large impact. I will say that the footprint of this is pretty much the existing buildings that are being torn down.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's accurate, Lee.
Can you refresh that?
The footprint for these structures are gonna be pretty much where the old
Where the
structures are,
existing,
existing are.
buildings are?
Yeah.
I would say that's it.
Okay. So, no
No.
or small impact,
So, no.
okay. Will the proposed action result in a change in the use or intensity of use of the land? Based on what went on around there before, I don't,
I mean, that was one of those, is that based on right now or based on, like, I don't know, you
Yeah.
know?
I guess if I was thinking about it for what it's zoned for, I would say no.
okay.
Yeah.
Will the proposed action impair the character or quality of the existing community?
Instead of that.
Yeah. It's gonna be an improvement, that's for
Yes,
sure.
it is.
Will the proposed action have an impact on the environmental characteristics that cause the establishment of a critical environmental area?
I don't think it's a
It's,
CEA. to
it's
begin
not a
with.
No.
critical environmental
Right,
area.
so no,
So no.
for me.
Will the proposed action result in an adverse change in the existing level of traffic or affect existing infrastructure for mass transit, biking, or walkway?
No, or small impact, maybe a small, I mean, if there's more use, there will be more traffic, but I don't think it's not a.
There's some there.
Mhm.
Yeah. And it will go through site plan review and with planning board and. So. Will the proposed action cause an increase in the use of energy? And it fails to incorporate reasonably available energy conservation or renewable energy opportunities?
No.
I think not.
No, these are wild questions.
Will the proposed action impact existing public-private water supplies, public wastewater treatment utilities?
Small bit with the connections, but.
Yeah.
But
They
other
will.
than that, it's not
Yeah.
a major.
We have the capacity in the sewer,
Mhm.
so
And it's not.
you've answered these questions before,
Correct.
Yeah.
but, we gotta do
Always
it
a
again.
thrill.
We're good. So it's still no.
Still no.
Right. Still no.
Will the proposed action impair the character or quality of important historic, archaeological, architectural, or aesthetic resources? Will the proposed action result in an adverse change in natural resources? For example, wetlands, water bodies, groundwater, air quality, flora, or fauna?
No.
Will the proposed action result in an increase in the potential for erosion, flooding, or drainage problems?
No. No.
Will the proposed action create a hazard to environmental resources or human health?
No. No.
Okay. With that being said, oh, I'm missing part of this. Where did it go? Well, at any rate, we have a choice then to check the box if we've determined based on information and analysis of any supporting documentation that the proposed action will not result in any significant adverse environmental impacts. So based on your answers,
That's the box we want to
that's
check.
the box we want to check.
Yes.
So I will take a motion
So
to
moved.
declare negative.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
I,
Any opposed? We do that okay, Scott?
Yes.
Okay.
Exciting.
I will finish filling this out. There'll be a brief wording change here and then I'll file it.
thank you.
Great.
Okay, the next item is hold harmless resolution for St. Lawrence County. I circulated, Tim, you saw what I circulated? You had that originally.
I got sent to our office basically.
Yeah.
Okay, and I updated, added in Village of Canton and populated the blank spaces.
Right.
So,
Same.
yeah, we do this every
is
year. So we need to have a motion to accept
So moved.
or
Hang on.
pass the resolution for.
I have a question about the resolution. It does say in the first, whereas paving, signage, road stripping, blasting, and other routine maintenance activities in the town. Is road stripping an actual thing, or do they mean? Is it a mistake? Is it a typo?
Striping.
Not stripping.
Right. It says
Oh.
road stripping right
It
now.
says road.
It does say road stripping.
It's probably a typo.
Okay, well, I
But
mean.
if it's striped, if it's stripping, they do mill,
Right, that's what I was kind of,
so. But this kind of covered, really, this thing covers everything that we could ask the county to do for us.
except road striping, if that's a
So,
separate
well,
thing from
they-
stripping.
I think that's part of paving,
It's all
maybe.
part of paving and
Painting is part of paving? Sorry, Tim.
I don't know.
I'm assuming it's supposed to be striking.
You think it should be striping and not including stripping?
well, with a change, how about
Paving is
we
really
approve it
different.
and we'll verify that it's supposed to be.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
So.
I mean, if we're gonna make changes, then it probably should say village and not town too, but.
Yeah.
Well, it covers town and village,
It's a blanket document.
It's a blanket document.
Everybody in the county.
okay?
I
And there's
see.
another document that if it's for the town that you have to populate too. That we don't have to do the second one.
I see. Okay.
All right, so I did move it
With correction.
With
with correction.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed?
Yeah.
The next item was to discuss, again, speed limit request for Route 11. Senator Stack, annually sends us the paperwork to file. You know, we received information back from DOT that they did another survey and it's not warranted. The last couple of years we've done this, it just sits in the
Yeah.
assembly, doesn't get out of there. I don't know if it's even worth our horsing around with.
Do they ever say why it's not warranted?
Yeah, they did a speed study. And then
And they
there's
don't
a
think people are
sergeant.
speeding? Is that what they're saying?
Yeah, they think you cause more trouble by dropping the speed limit. And there's a trooper sergeant that is involved in this, and he or she reviews all of this and makes a recommendation also. DOT has been consistent that they're against speed reduction there, as they are in many other places.
Why are they so hung up on speed reduction?
Yeah.
And I'm quite familiar with a member who several years ago wrote a letter on behalf with his perspective in favor of reducing the speed there. And that was ignored as well.
I know. The only time it got out of the Senate once. But any other time it hasn't made it out of the assembly. It's never, it's not making it out of the Senate anymore. So they blocked
Is it just, okay.
The
They
DOT
being-
just blocked.
Being DOT. Okay,
Apparently
that's
we
the
haven't had
whole.
enough accidents there. So.
People have died. there.
So we,
My only point was to bring this to your attention is if we want to do a resolution and move this along and try again, we can, put it on the agenda for.
I mean, it's not hard for us to do that, and if we keep doing it and,
They just keep ignoring it. There's a pile of them they ignore every year. It's up to you. You want to give it some thought?
it's hard for us to do. We've already done it. It's just updating a document and sending it in.
And so what about Steck's office? Does he have any suggestions on a different approach?
No.
That he can do anything different?
No,
Or
he can't.
about our assembly person?
No,
No,
what he's doing is filing it and handling the paperwork for both the
but he
assembly
doesn't
and,
get involved with.
he's tried, but they don't have.
They have this in every town, probably.
Yeah.
Every town probably.
The town goes through this all the time.
Yeah. But
Very difficult to get them to lower the speed limit.
I don't know, I guess I feel like you're right. It's not a big lift for us.
It's done.
And
Gonna update date.
I would rather do the only thing we can do
It's
file it.
and do that than have somebody else die. And do you know what I mean?
Well, yeah,
Like,
yeah. If we give up and there's another fatal accident out there, we can at least say we have lobbied and lobbied and lobbied and lobbied and lobbied. And I say we stay consistent and
Yeah,
It's-
nothing's
yeah.
changed. It's still
Let's do it.
dangerous.
We'll add it
Do
to
it
the,
again?
we'll add it to the agenda and.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. Yeah.
February will be a busy month.
It's February's meeting or, I don't know if I'll have it ready for, our joint meeting.
no.
February is
February.
fine.
And again,
When we
if
think
it
about
were a
the
huge
session.
lift,
Mm.
I might say, okay, whatever, but I think that we.
We'll do it. That's why I put it on the agenda was for your opinion.
Thank you.
I have one, addition is F. Attendance at the NICOM conference coming up. Barb asked me to add that. At this point, I am not expecting to go. I have some conflicts. I don't know if you're gonna go, Barb?
I was thinking,
Okay.
I would go.
Is it Megan?
No.
No,
Well,
no,
They
this-
have one in May. This is the one at the end of this month. It's in a
Oh.
week, in 10 days.
It's coming up, in the
It's
final,
The,
the hold on the hotel expires, I think, the 23rd.
yeah. it
So
does.
we're gonna have to
So
make
it's Friday.
arrangements quick.
February 1st to the 3rd,
Friday to Sunday?
Sunday to Tuesday.
Sunday to Tuesday.
February 1st is.
It's a Sunday, yeah, Sunday and,
Yeah, it starts on Sunday.
yeah, return.
It
on
always
Tuesday.
does. It always does.
It's
This one.
I'm definitely not.
I mean, it's It's on my calendar, but I'm a maybe, but
Well, you better make a decision soon.
yeah.
I'm a no.
And I'm a no.
Well, Barb's going,
And I'm a yes.
so.
Barb's going.
So because of the way we do travel, I need permission for board members to attend this.
Right.
We'll do it as a blanket. And,
Thank you.
if
Then I can make up my mind.
you make up your mind.
You have until Friday.
I have until Friday.
So I need a motion,
It's okay.
need a motion for board members to attend that. Second,
Second,
all in favor?
Done.
Opposed? Okay,
Thank you for going.
next item is
It's always a
public
good
comment.
thing. There's always some good ideas.
Public comment?
Rebecca Moore.
Yes.
On December 17th, I put in a report request regarding the investigation into missing items from my vehicle. On the 30th, the records officer responded stating that there's no official signed report. On the 31st, I appealed that response. On the 6th, I received acknowledgement from the lady of acknowledgement from the maid. According to the Freedom of Information Law, you're required to give an answer within 5 days or acknowledge receipt and set a reasonable date within the next 20 business days that you will be able to provide an answer. Public Officer Law 6, Article 6, Section 89, 3A states the following. Each entity is subject to the provisions of this article within 5 business days of the receipt of a written request for a record reasonably described. Such shall make such record available. Request in writing, or furnish a written acknowledgement of receipt of such request, a statement of the approximate date which shall be reasonable under the circumstances of the request. It further states if circumstances prevent disclosure to the person requesting the record within 20 business days from the date of acknowledgement, the receipt of the request, the agent shall state in writing both the reason for the inability to grant the request within 20 business days and date certain with a reasonable period, depending on the circumstances, when the request will be granted in full or part, end quote. The mayor's acknowledgement was within 5 days of my request for appeal. However, he stated, quote, this appeal was received on December 31st, and it is traditional that your request is responded to within 5 business days. End quote. 5-day response is not a traditional timeframe. It is a legal requirement, as I just read. I have not received an answer to my appeal. I have not received a request for additional time up to 20 days for you to supply your answer. I have not received the report. I believe that you're out of compliance with public officer law for this request under these guidelines. You are also out of time frame for previous requests that I've submitted. I have receipts for my missing totals, and I looked up the prices and provided them to the board. It's approximately $1,025. As you know, over $1,000 is a felony. Other items that may have been taken, these were just the ones that were very obvious to us. Outside the vehicle on various occasions, surveillance of the impound lot that they reviewed, as Mayor Dalton stated in his 12/3/25 letter, should reveal anyone else who had entered the vehicle. Certainly anyone that entered the lot had access to the contents of my vehicle. I'm really quite surprised that they were able to review over 22 months of impound lot footage, interview all the officers and other individuals that had contact with the vehicle, review officer body cam footage, interview ADESA staff, and interview the tow company staff, but they have been unable to locate that report. This is unreasonable. There is no reason to deny me access to this report. The request was on December 17th. As I stated, it's now been 35 days.
Thank you.
I'm not done.
All of your time is up.
Austin, I give her my 3 minutes.
No, you can't do that. You can
Yield my time.
make your comment. You can't cede your time. At 3 minutes, I'm sorry.
Is that stated in your bio, on your?
Yes.
That's our policy. Any other public comment? Going once, going twice, 3 times. Okay. Need a motion to go into executive session for personnel issues.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, executive session.
Thank
You're gonna wait?